Think you can spot a lemon? Let's find out. In this video, we're looking at 23 engines that often break down before reaching 35,000 miles. Your job is to guess at least 5 of them before we show you the full list. This isn't just for fun. Knowing these problem engines could help you avoid a costly mistake when buying your next car. Get ready to test what you know about cars and learn some eye-opening facts about the auto industry. The BMW N47 diesel engine was widely used in BMW models from 2007 to 2015. However, it had a major flaw that caused significant problems for many owners: catastrophic timing chain failures. BMW made a critical error by placing the timing chain at the back of the engine, making it extremely difficult to access and maintain. This led to premature stretching and wear of the chain. Owners might hear a rattling noise from the engine, especially when cold, as an early warning sign. If ignored, the chain could eventually snap, causing complete engine destruction with valves colliding into pistons. The repair process for this issue is both expensive and complicated. Mechanics often need to remove the entire engine just to access the chain, resulting in repair costs that can exceed the value of the car itself. BMW eventually acknowledged the problem, issuing a recall and implementing design improvements after 2013. However, for owners of earlier N47 models, this response came too late. The N47 engine serves as a cautionary tale that even premium manufacturers can make significant engineering missteps. The Northstar 5.8 was Cadillac's flagship engine in the 2000s, used in popular models like the DeVille, Eldorado, and Seville. It promised smooth power and cutting-edge technology, but a major design flaw turned it into an engineering nightmare. The engine's Achilles heel was its aluminum threads in the engine block. While aluminum kept the engine light, it couldn't handle the pressure, leading to stripped threads and blown head gaskets. This issue was compounded by the engine's sideways mounting, making repairs incredibly difficult and expensive. The failure rate was staggering. Up to 30% of these engines could fail before hitting 35,000 miles. Repair costs ranged from $2,400 to $4,500 for head gasket replacement, with some mechanics recommending a full engine swap for $6,000 to $7,000. Cadillac eventually improved the head gasket materials and engine block design in later models, but the damage to their reputation was already done. The Northstar V8 story serves as a cautionary tale of how a single design flaw can severely impact a luxury brand's image and customer trust. Toyota's 2.2 DCAT diesel engine, used in models like the Lexus IS 220 and Toyota Avensis from 2005 to 2015, had some serious problems. The biggest issue was severe fumigation. These engines produce so much smoke that it clogged the diesel particulate filter, DPF, forcing owners to replace them frequently. The engine also had a major flaw in its head gasket design, which often led to cylinder head replacement when mechanics tried to fix it. These issues weren't cheap to fix. Owners faced repair costs ranging from $1,500 to $4,000, depending on the specific problem. What's worse, these engines often failed before hitting 35,000 miles. Imagine buying a nearly new car, only to have the engine give up while it's still practically fresh. This engine stands out as a black mark on Toyota's otherwise stellar reputation. It's a reminder that even trusted brands can sometimes produce a real lemon. For many owners, this engine turned their Toyota experience from bulletproof reliability to a smoky disaster. The Audi 2.5-liter V6 TDI, a popular diesel option from 1997 to 2005, has a major flaw in its cylinder head design. This issue causes the camshaft to wear out rapidly, often failing before 35,000 miles. The problem is compounded by Audi's recommended long oil change intervals. As the oil breaks down, the engine wears itself out from the inside. The financial impact of this flaw is significant. Repairs can cost owners thousands of dollars, especially if the problem isn't caught early. Audi eventually acknowledged the issue and revised their recommendations, advising owners to change their oil more frequently than originally stated in the manual. However, for many owners, this guidance came too late. This engine problem seriously damaged Audi's diesel reputation. It shows that even well-respected brands can make significant engineering mistakes. The Audi 2.5-liter V6 TDI serves as a reminder that German engineering doesn't always guarantee reliability, and that sometimes a car's biggest problems can be hiding under the hood. Subaru's venture into diesel engines led to an unexpected problem, an oil-guzzling beast. Their 2.0D engine, introduced in 2008, was supposed to be a smart adaptation of their famous boxer design. Instead, it became a maintenance nightmare for owners. The main issue? This engine burns through oil at an alarming rate. Some owners report having to top up at every fuel stop. The boxer layout, typically a point of pride for Subaru, contributes to this problem. These engines rev higher than most diesels, accelerating oil consumption. The diesel particulate filter, DPF, adds another layer of headaches. It requires frequent maintenance, with cleaning or replacement costs ranging from $100 to $3,000. Fuel injectors don't fare much better, with each of the four potentially costing up to $1,100 to replace. All these issues add up to significant financial strain for owners. What was meant to be an extension of Subaru's reliable lineup has turned into a cautionary tale. It's a stark reminder that even trusted brands can falter when exploring new territories. For many Subaru fans, this diesel experiment falls far short of the dependability they've come to expect from the brand's gasoline engines. The Toyota 4GR-FS EV6 engine in popular Lexus models, like the IS250, has some serious problems. Carbon buildup on the intake valves and a weak timing chain tensioner are causing major headaches for owners. These issues kill your power, make acceleration feel sluggish, and can lead to annoying engine noises and early oil consumption. The real trouble is in the repair costs. Fixing these problems isn't cheap. You're looking at anywhere from $1,500 to $4,800 depending on the severity. That's a lot of money for what should be a reliable luxury car. So what's causing all this? It's a mix of things. Poor lubrication, issues with fuel quality, and manufacturing problems are all contributing factors. The engine's high compression ratio is also creating too much heat, which just makes everything worse. Here's the worst part. Some early models are developing cracked cylinder heads. That's the kind of problem that can turn your Lexus into a very expensive paperweight. It's definitely not what you expect when you buy a car from a brand known for reliability. These issues are affecting everything from acceleration to long-term durability, leaving many Lexus owners frustrated and out of pocket. From luxury letdowns to Rotary revelations, Mazda's 1.3 Renesis engine is a prime example of unreliability. This award-winning design ended up being one of the biggest money pits in automotive history. The Mazda RX-8, produced from 2004 to 2012, showcased the Renesis engine. It was supposed to be Mazda's crown jewel, but instead became infamous for its excessive oil consumption and apex seal issues. Owners found themselves topping up oil more often than filling the gas tank, rivaling old two-stroke engines. The apex seals, crucial components in a rotary engine, wear out rapidly. Replacing them is expensive, costing $1,500 to $2,000 for the seals alone. The real problem comes when the engine needs rebuilding. It's a complex job that often costs more than the car is worth. These issues frequently appear before the engine hits 35,000 miles, an incredibly low mileage for a modern car. The financial impact on owners is significant, with many facing repair bills that exceed the vehicle's value. Mazda never issued a major recall for these problems, simply stating that rotary engines require more maintenance. This response didn't sit well with owners facing astronomical repair costs. The Renesis effectively put an end to Mazda's rotary dreams for years. When it worked, it was a unique and exciting engine. But in terms of reliability, the Renesis fell far short of expectations, leaving many owners with a sour taste and empty wallets. While Mazda's rotary dreams crumbled, another automaker was facing its own reliability nightmare. The Mini Cooper S models from 2007 to 2013 used the Prince N14 engine, which promised zippy performance but hid serious problems under the hood. The biggest issue? A faulty timing chain tensioner that could fail without warning. The chain would stretch and rattle, especially when cold. Ignoring that noise could lead to disaster, the chain jumping or breaking, causing pistons and valves to collide. Game over for your engine. To make matters worse, the turbocharger's wastegate system was also prone to failure. When it went bad, the Mini would run rough and throw warning lights. It was like the engine was crying out for help. These weren't minor hiccups either. Many N14 engines failed before hitting 35,000 miles. Incredibly low for a modern car. Repairs were costly too, with timing chain replacements and turbo fixes often running into thousands of dollars. The N14's problems showed that even the most charming cars can hide serious flaws. For many, it was a hard lesson about the importance of reliability in maintaining a brand's reputation. The BMW N47 V8 engine, used in popular models like the 550i, X5, and 750i from 2008 to 2012, quickly became known for its insatiable thirst, not for fuel, but for oil. BMW's Hot V design, which placed turbochargers inside the V of the engine, created excessive heat that rapidly broke down the oil. Owners found themselves constantly adding oil between changes, with some even keeping spare quarts in their trunks. This wasn't just inconvenient, it was a sign of serious problems. The excessive oil consumption led to accelerated engine wear, failing gaskets, and repair bills that could shock even the most prepared BMW enthusiast. BMW tried to address the issue by extending warranties and redesigning parts, but for many owners, these efforts came too late. The N63's reputation for guzzling oil faster than some cars burn fuel had already spread, leaving both engines and BMW's image worse for wear. The financial impact on owners was significant, with frequent oil top-ups and potential major repairs becoming an unwelcome part of the N63 ownership experience. What was meant to be a showcase of German engineering instead became a cautionary tale about the risks of pushing design boundaries without fully understanding the long-term consequences. The S65 V8 in the E90 and E92 M3 could scream to 8,250 RPM, but that high performance came with a serious downside. The engine's Achilles heel was its rod bearings. These crucial components were wearing out way too fast, leading to potential catastrophic failure. BMW designed this engine with tight tolerances for precision, but those same tight clearances meant even slight wear could cause big problems. If you didn't warm up the oil properly before pushing the engine hard, you were asking for trouble. When rod bearings fail in the S65, it's not just a minor hiccup. We're talking complete engine destruction. Your high-performance M3 could suddenly become an expensive paperweight. The financial impact is severe, with repair costs ranging from $3,000 for bearing replacements to over $10,000 for a full engine rebuild. BMW tried to downplay these issues at first, but the problem was too widespread to ignore. Despite the severity, no widespread recall ever came. It's a real shame because when this engine works, it's incredible. But for many owners, the S65 ended up being more of a liability than a performance dream. From German luxury to Italian economy, car troubles seem to follow us everywhere. The Fiat 1.3 multi-jet engine, used in popular models like the Punto and 500, became a big headache for drivers worldwide. This small diesel engine, meant to dominate the small car market, had problems starting well before 20,000 miles. Oil consumption was a major issue. Owners found themselves constantly topping up, way more often than normal. Fiat's advice to change oil every 30,000 miles only made things worse. But that wasn't all. The engine's timing chain was incredibly weak. It could break without warning, leading to complete engine failure and repair bills over $1,500. The problems didn't stop there. The 1.3 multi-jet had a nasty habit of mixing coolant with oil in the cylinders. This could destroy the engine before drivers even knew something was wrong. It was a ticking time bomb under the hood. Fiat's attempts to fix these issues through recalls and service campaigns fell short for many owners. The damage was done, both to engines and to Fiat's reputation. This little engine proved that sometimes the smallest things can cause the biggest problems in the automotive world. The Isuzu 3.0 V6 diesel used by Renault proves that bigger engines aren't always more reliable. This engine has some serious issues that are costing owners a lot of money. First off, the electrical system is a mess. The wiring is so bad that you might find yourself stranded without warning. Then there's the Denso injectors. They're supposed to be top-notch, but they fail way too often. And don't forget the cooling system. It clogs up fast, leading to overheating and potential engine damage. These problems aren't just annoying, they're expensive. Owners are shelling out thousands of dollars for repairs, with cooling system fixes alone costing up to $2,000. What's really shocking is how early these issues start showing up. We're talking about major problems before cars even hit 35,000 miles. Here's something weird. The same engine works fine in Opel cars. So what's going on with Renault? It seems like the problem isn't just the engine itself, but how Renault is putting it all together. This whole situation shows that reliability isn't just about engine size or brand reputation. Sometimes it's all in the details of how an engine is integrated into a car. Parking your car on a slope could spell disaster for Škoda 1.2 HTP owners. This small, supposedly economical engine has a major flaw that can destroy it even when it's not running. The culprit? An extremely weak timing chain system. The problem is so severe that the timing chain can jump teeth while the car is parked. Imagine returning to your vehicle only to find the engine ruined. It's a nightmare scenario that's all too real for some Škoda owners. The engine's hydraulic tensioner is too weak to keep the chain in place. When it fails, the chain jumps, causing valves to collide with pistons. This leads to catastrophic damage, including burnt valves and major engine issues. Repair costs can skyrocket into thousands of dollars, a huge expense for what was meant to be a budget-friendly car. VW Group, Škoda's parent company, attempted to address these issues with a Euro 5 version featuring stronger chains and tensioners. However, problems persisted despite these efforts. This engine's troubles have significantly impacted Škoda's reputation as an affordable brand. It's a stark reminder that cutting corners on quality can lead to much bigger expenses down the road. Škoda isn't alone in facing engine troubles. Remember the Chevrolet Cavalier? It came with a 2.2-liter Ecotec engine that turned into a nightmare for owners. This engine had serious problems, often failing before hitting 35,000 miles, way too early for a modern car. The main issues were head gasket failures and oil leaks, both causing major damage. These problems led to hefty repair bills, often costing owners thousands of dollars. For a budget car like the Cavalier, that's a huge hit to the wallet. But the troubles didn't stop there. The engine was weak and inefficient. Drivers complained about slow acceleration and poor gas mileage. It seemed like Chevy missed the mark on both performance and economy with this one. Fixing these problems wasn't easy either. Upgrading the engine was difficult and expensive. Most mechanics advised against it, saying it wasn't worth the effort or cost. All these issues really hurt the Cavalier's reputation. What could have been a solid, affordable option became a symbol of cheap cars with expensive problems. It's a tough lesson about the importance of reliable engines in budget-friendly vehicles. GM's 2.4-liter quad-4 engine was another major misstep. This engine, meant to power popular models like the Pontiac Grand Am and Buick Skylark, had a critical flaw in its oil change monitor system. The system was wildly inaccurate, leading owners to wait too long between oil changes. By the time it signaled for fresh oil, engines were already suffering damage. Mechanics noticed a troubling pattern of serious engine issues in vehicles where owners trusted the faulty monitor. The solution? Change oil much earlier than recommended, when the system still showed 30% oil life remaining. But for many, this advice came too late. The Quad 4's problems didn't stop there. It lacked the power and durability of larger engines, struggling to perform over time. GM acknowledged the issue, releasing technical service bulletins about the oil change system. However, many owners were left dealing with damaged engines and unexpected repair costs. This situation highlights how a seemingly helpful feature can lead to widespread problems when not properly implemented. For Quad 4 owners, what started as an innovative engine turned into a costly lesson about the importance of timely maintenance, regardless of what onboard systems might suggest. The Renault 2.2 DCI engine, used in models from 1999 to 2009, promised good power and fuel economy, but quickly became known for major reliability issues. Its weak head gasket design often led to coolant leaks and overheating. The fuel injectors were extremely sensitive to fuel quality, failing more frequently than expected. These problems could result in repair bills ranging from $600 to $2,000. What's crazy is that Renault's maintenance recommendations actually made things worse. They said you could go 18,000 miles between oil changes, but real-world experience showed that was way too long. Most owners found they needed to change the oil every 9,000 miles just to keep the engine running. That's twice as often as Renault claimed. The engine's issues went beyond just frequent maintenance. Its design flaws meant that even following the manufacturer's schedule could lead to serious problems. This combination of unreliable performance and misleading maintenance guidance really hurt Renault in the diesel market. It just goes to show that even big car companies can make some serious mistakes when it comes to engine design. The Chrysler 3.6-liter Pentastar 5.6 engine, widely used in vehicles from Jeep Wranglers to Dodge Chargers, has a major problem that's hitting owners hard. It's not the engine itself, but the totally integrated power module, TIPM, that's causing headaches. This small box controls all the car's electrical functions, and when it fails, chaos ensues. Imagine turning the key and nothing happens, or your headlights flickering on their own. That's the TIPM acting up. But electrical issues aren't the only concern. The throttle position sensor in this engine is also prone to failure, causing power loss or stuttering while driving. These problems aren't just annoying, they're potentially dangerous. What's really concerning is how early these issues are showing up. Some Pentastar engines are experiencing major problems before hitting 35,000 miles. The financial impact on owners is significant, with repairs often costing over $1,000. Chrysler has attempted to address these issues with recalls, but for many owners, the damage is already done. The early failure rate and high repair costs of this engine are leaving many drivers frustrated and questioning the reliability of what should be a modern, dependable power plant. The EcoBoost engines were meant to be Ford's game-changer, but they're causing big headaches for owners. Used in popular models like the Focus, Fusion, and Escape, these 1.5-liter and 2.0-liter engines are showing serious problems way too early. Owners are dealing with a trifecta of issues: cold start rattling, severe oil leaks, and complete engine failures. The rattling sounds like the engine's trying to shake apart. Oil leaks are so bad they can lead to fires. And some folks are on their third engine already, with failures happening even after warranty replacements. These aren't just minor quirks. We're talking about major problems that are hitting wallets hard. Ford's trying to fix things with recalls, but it's not enough. The issues are widespread and varied, showing that sometimes new tech can backfire big time. It's a tough situation for Ford and owners alike. What was supposed to be cutting-edge technology is turning into a costly nightmare, leaving many questioning if the EcoBoost was really ready for prime time. New technology isn't always better. Chevy's modern 5.3-liter V8 has a serious problem that's costing owners big time. The issue? Tiny plastic keepers holding the lifters in place are failing way too early. These lifters are used in popular Chevy models like the Suburban and Silverado. When they break, they move out of position and start damaging the camshaft. This causes severe engine misfires, making your truck shake violently. Ignore it, and you're looking at complete engine failure with repair bills over $4,000. The broken lifters also send metal debris through the engine, clogging the oil pump pickup screen. This cuts off oil flow, causing the engine to essentially destroy itself. It's shocking that a brand new car could have such a major flaw. The 2021 Chevy Suburban's engine issues are so severe that it sparked a class action lawsuit. Consumer Reports gave it a reliability rating of just 7 out of 100. Compare that to the rock-solid reliability of older GM V8s, like the SB350. Sometimes the old ways really are better. The Volkswagen 1.2 TSI engine reveals a surprising flaw in German engineering. This small turbocharged engine, found in popular models like the Polo Golf and some Audi A1s, has a major problem with its timing chain system that's turning relatively new cars into expensive paperweights. The issue? These chains are stretching and failing at shockingly low mileage, often between 20,000 and 40,000 miles. When the chain goes, it causes catastrophic damage as pistons and valves collide. Owners face repair bills over $2,000, and that's if they catch the problem early. VW has acknowledged the issue, putting out recalls and service bulletins. But for many owners, these efforts came too late. The widespread problems with this engine have damaged VW's reputation for reliability. This situation shows that even major car companies can make serious mistakes. If you're considering a VW with this engine, it's worth looking into more reliable options in their lineup. Remember, sometimes the promise of peppy performance comes with hidden costs. We've explored some serious engine problems in this video, highlighting the importance of research before buying a car. These unreliable engines can quickly become expensive burdens for owners. Car companies often rush new technology to market before it's fully tested. This rush leads to premature engine failures and costly repairs for consumers. Remember, understanding these problematic engines is key to avoiding them. Your car buying decisions can have long-lasting financial impacts, so stay informed. Have you experienced issues with any of the engines we discussed? Or do you have a different engine nightmare to share? Drop a comment below. your story could help others steer clear of similar troubles.